Yo, this goes out for people who think Tupac was Hennesey and Enemies. Clark Kent was on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion. And they started the interview off with Clark Kent semi-quoting Tupac saying, Hennesey and enemies. And then he threw his head, threw his eyes in his air like, what kind of ridiculous shit is that? Like that's all Tupac is. But he's a Brooklyn nigga. And it's a lot of people from Brooklyn who just don't like Pac. And, you just trying to put him in this, marginalize him and put him in this category of him just being a rapper that just rhymes Hennesey with enemies. Yeah, Pac talked about drinking Hennesey, talked about his enemies, which he did have. We seen that. If people going to nitpick Pac for saying Hennesey and enemies, then let's talk about these particular rappers who hustle. What do they talk about a lot? Them niggas talk about money. They say money all the time. They mention that word money all the time. They mention drugs all the time. They mention violence all the time. They mention the word guns all the time. The first time Tupac said something about Hennesey was on Streets is Death Row. I'm dangerous when I'm drunk. I only drink beer. Gin makes me sin. I'm unable to think clear. Hennesey makes me think my enemies is getting close. Boom, boom, boom. Got shooting at a ghost. That was like the first time. And then, to top it off, these niggas from the Bravehearts, who was on Math Hoffa's Expert Opinion some months ago, they claimed that they saw Tupac in a liquor store and Tupac didn't know what Henny was, and they put Tupac on the Henny. And the next thing they know, they just started hearing Tupac just always talk about Henny and his rhymes. I don't know if that shit true or not, bro. Tupac ain't here to verify that. People like Clark Kent, you just want to shit on him because he went after your two niggas, which was Biggie and Jay-Z. If you feel Jay-Z and Biggie is better than Tupac, that's subjective. If you feel you can prove that, then a nigga like myself can prove that and say like, yo, there's songs that Biggie can't fuck with on Pac. That comes from Pac. And there's songs that there's songs that Pac probably can't fuck with that Biggie made. And the same thing goes for Jay-Z and vice versa. But stop painting this bullshit ass narrative that Tupac was just Hennesey and enemies. You listen to Smile, you didn't hear Tupac mention the word Hennesey and that motherfucker at all. Our lifestyles be closed captions, addicted to fatal attractions. No fairy tales for this young black male. Some see me stranded in this land of hell, jail and crack cells. There was so much more to Tupac. So many more layers, man. Niggas that just want to say Tupac was Hennesey and enemies, I can't fuck with him. I can't respect him. You know that shit is fucking hate. So, Clark Kent, you a dope producer. Stop shitting on my nigga Tupac, bro. That shit corny, son. Like, and people, stop comparing Pac and Big when it comes to music. These niggas was different. They had a rivalry. They had issues. But when it come to music, these are two different niggas. So Tupac was more than Hennesey and enemies. Tupac was lyrical.